Okay, beauty fam, I thought I would do a get ready with me on some newish makeup items, at least new to me. This is the Fenty Beauty Demi-Glow. This is in the shade Yum Rum. I did have it in a get ready with me, but I want to use it again because I'm not quite convinced if I like it yet. And I actually might use one of these Chanel Le Beige Healthy Sun-Kissed powders, and I do have a review of these individually, and in those videos I used those individually, but what I didn't do is use them like swirled together. So I think I'm going to use those today. I want to try out this new to me Givenchy quad. This is the Le 9 de Givenchy, and it's really just this beautiful kind of neutral palette. This new new to me Kiss Kiss Beat Glow. This is their lip oils from Guerlain, and I got the color Poppy for summer, so I want to try that with you today. And then this is kind of like the first time I'm trying perfume with you all. I always think perfume reviews are at least a little bit awkward for me because you can't smell. You're going to rely on me for descriptions on the perfume. So I really, really love Oud perfumes, and I had read that this Maison Francis Kurdjian Paris one, Oud Satin Mood, was really, really good. And that rivals their their 540X Straight, which is like their most popular one. I am over the moon for the Guerlain Oud Nude, and I got a sample of the Guerlain Oud Nude when I ordered the lipstick, the Cherry Blossom lipstick earlier this year, and I'm in love with that Oud Nude. A lot of Guerlain, their perfume is really, really popular because their base notes are a special formula from vanilla. They make themselves a vanilla base. So I'll be trying that today and kind of giving you, if I can, I'm not an expert in perfume, but I can tell you what I like and don't like and what I'm hearing or feeling and smelling from the notes. So if you're interested in seeing that get ready with me, then keep watching. Okay, so I already have my base down. In a different video, I'm doing a comparison and wear test of the Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Foundation. It's a radiant foundation I have now. I have shade 295 on, so my base is down. What I'm noticing on this is that it is radiant, but for me who has like oily skin, I've already done loose powder on it, and I can still see that it's a little bit oily and there's a little bit of tack. I have the Le Beige Healthy Glow Sheer Powder in B50. And so why don't we try this today? I'm going to try out like new products to me or newish to me. This is the product for the Le Beige powder. And it is a pressed powder. This is the packaging. And it comes with one of these, which I guess for review's sake I'll use. It does have that classic Chanel smell, and there's no getting out of it. That's the perfume they put in all of their products. So that is the shade, and I'm like B51 in Chanel. So this is like a really good match, and we'll see how it looks. So I guess for funsies, we'll use this brush that already comes with. Just swirl and twirl on this. I don't think it's a blurring powder. It's definitely like a more of like a powder for maybe finishing powder. I'm not sure. Loose. It definitely feels more just like a traditional powder. Okay, that's the side with the powder and the side without. Definitely like the side with. So I'm gonna actually use the other side. I'm going to use a brush and see how that looks. I'm grabbing my Beautylish Lunar New Year brush and just swirling that, getting some on the brush, seeing how that works out. Okay, so far so good. The scent dissipates, which I like. It doesn't look like a completely, it's definitely not translucent. Yeah, so far so good. We'll see. My holy grail powder is the Charlotte Tilbury one in medium, I think shade 2. So that's really hard to beat because it's like such a great blurring powder compact. But I had wanted to try this since they came out with the color. So I'm just putting primer now on my lids. And I'm going to go ahead and do this because my lips are so dry. I've been sick for 2 weeks and I've been taking so many like flu medicines and I feel like so dehydrated. So my lips are dry. I want to go ahead and put something on. Excuse the mess in the background. This is just my life. I haven't like cleaned the house in like 2 weeks, but this is real life for me. This is new to me, the Kiss Kiss BEIGES oil from Guerlain. And it's supposed to be a color reviving lip plumping oil, 24-hour hydration. It has honey and royal jelly infused, 92% naturally derived ingredients. Okay, and I got it in the color 775 Poppy Glow. Open it up. Ooh, such pretty packaging. That's the thing about Guerlain. It has some of the prettiest packaging. And that is in the color Poppy Glow. And why don't we do a quick swatch of this? I just want to smell it. It does have a sweet smell. It looks pretty translucent, but we won't know until we get it on my lips. So why don't we go ahead and put some of this on my lips. I've heard a lot of good things about this, that some people really even love this more than the Dior lip oil. So let's go check it out. Okay, that's in the shade Poppy. There's definitely a little bit of a color. It's orange, even though it's like really like a hot orange in here. It shows up like really light on me because I already have underpigment. So that is the shade Poppy Glow. Okay, she's cute. All right, I'm doing things a little bit backwards. What I want to do is actually play a little bit with this blush. I have not swirled and twirled what these look like yet. So what I'm gonna do is do just that. I'm grabbing a Chanel blush brush actually and cleaning it off. What I'm gonna do actually is swirl and twirl what one side looks like versus the other. And I'm gonna try to do it on my arm to see what it looks like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and swirl and twirl this whole thing and see what it looks like. And again, I'm like a medium tan, so you're seeing more of like, it looks more like a blush on me than anything. Okay, so that's medium coral. Okay, and then I'm going to clean this off and try to do the deep rose gold. So I'm going to do a swirl and twirl of the deep rose gold. See how that works. And put that down here. Ooh, that definitely looks more red. Okay, so the first thing I would say is I definitely would not use this as a bronzer. I definitely would just think of it as a glow. And I think, you know what, for funsies, someone had asked me, hey, can you do a swirl and twirl combination, like what the Guerlain would look like next to it. So I'm going to swirl and twirl and do that on the other hand. Okay, so I have the color Amber in the Guerlain, and I'm just taking some of the product from here, and I'm going to actually dip my brush in here a bit. It's the same Chanel brush. I just kind of wiped it off. It's very, there's a lot of stuff that comes up, and this is what it looks like when I use that same kind of technique. There's definitely more pigment that shows up and then on the beige compared to the amber. And I've been using the amber as a blush, so definitely this is deeper. So someone who's deeper complected, I can see for sure that's why it's called deep rose gold. I think for the look I'm going today, since it's like really bright out, and I don't want a really high contrast look, I think I'm going to use the medium gold and do the swirl and twirl and see what that looks like. I'm just cleaning off my brush. This is the Chanel blush brush that was part of that release earlier, I think a year ago. So I'm taking the medium coral, just swirling it, swirl and twirl, and then just going in and patting that on. That is pretty. I actually like it better as a blush than how I use it separately. Yeah, it just looks like a very corally blush on me. Wow, that's different than I thought it would be. I'm not completely over the moon on this product. I like it, but I'm not in love with this as a product. And I find the colors just don't make much sense to me. Like the bronzer in here is just way too orange leaning for me to be a bronzer. Let me show you. It's just too light. It's too orange. So I actually don't want to even use that as a bronzer. Actually, I might use this as a bronzer. And let me grab a brush. I'm grabbing like this squirrel hair brush and just going into this one really lightly. Okay, I think it looks pretty. I'm not over the moon on this product. I think it's too orange of a blush, right? Like, I'm actually thinking like I should just tamp it down a little bit. I'm just taking a buffer brush. This is a Sony G, has no product on it. I'm just tapping off. That's better. Looks a little bit more blended. I think it looks okay. I feel like I work hard to make this product work, and I don't really enjoy having to work that hard to make it work, if that makes any sense. I feel like a lot of my chiseling has gone, so I'm just going to clean up under here. The lip oil is holding up pretty well. It's pretty nice. Is it the best lip oil I've had? I don't know. I mean, their lip oils are really competitive. I really love the Amicole one I have. I have Merit, which is a wonderful lip oil as well. The Dior one's a really nice one too. So I was we'll see if this is like anything particularly special. Okay, so this is the Givenchy, and this is the color LE912. It's a 9-pan palette. And has a button here, has the Givenchy logo here, and it's a beautiful, really just kind of like a neutral color palette. Really beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to insert some swatches here I took in Natural Light of this product. It's really, really pretty. I only own one other Givenchy quad, or rather a 9-pan. And the 9-pan I have, I want to say it's maybe from 2 years ago. It's also made in Italy, and also beautiful, beautiful, yeah, 2021 holiday. And they just have really, really beautiful formulas. So this is from 2021. And this is the one I just bought. It's definitely more neutral leaning. This one is more like rosy gold. But they're both really beautiful. What I can say of these, it definitely feels like a creamy matte formula with maybe 4 shimmers and then 5 mattes. But they're creamy mattes. Like, not like Natasha Denona creamy mattes. These are actually more like silky smooth. But we'll see how it looks. I feel like between my lipstick and this very orange blush from Chanel, it might clash. We might have to fix it, but we'll just move ahead and correct as we go. Okay, so I'm gonna take a Refer 15 brush, and I think what I'm gonna do is go for their more neutral colors. Let's try the bottom two. Let's go for the lighter one here. And it's more like a gray taupe color. Okay, my eyes are primed and prepped already. Okay, going into this kind of more gray shade here. And I'm going for more kind of daytime wearable look. I feel like I've been out of practice. Like, I don't think I've worn eye makeup in about 2 weeks. So just bear with me on my eye makeup application. Also, I just have to say, like, the blush Le Beige Chanel thing I have on my cheeks is so distracting. I feel like it's like an orange I would never use. I just feel like it's too orangey. I don't know, I'm just trying to buff it out. I just really don't like the color. But maybe it's just because it's clashing with the lips that I'm using. Anyway, I'm just gonna try to ignore it. I'm gonna try. Okay, so that was the first matte shade. It went down really well. I'm gonna go into this shade here. It's more of like the neutral beigey color. Where is it? This one. It's this one down here. Try to build up some depth if I can. I don't think, now that I'm looking at this quad, I don't think it's anything original. I don't think there's anything super special about it. This is kind of like your basic kind of palettes. This is got this taupey color here, which is really pretty, but you know, there's taupes are a dime a dozen. Okay, that's that taupe shade here. And then I'm gonna go actually more into this gold shade here, because this is really, really pretty. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna wipe off this one here, this shade, and then I'm gonna go in with these two shades here and just kind of tap them and then kind of run this underneath my eyes. Okay, so I'm back with my eyes finish. I did some liner, some of the Brune Riche SURRAT Autographic Liquid Liner, and then the Lisa Eldridge Kitten Lash Mascara, and that's it. I curled my lashes, and this is, I think, the final look. Maybe I'll add a little bit of, oh, what I had shown you before. Here we go. I'm going to grab the Fenty Beauty Demi-Glow in Yum Rum. And at first I didn't like this, and then I swatched it compared to my other ones. I know what I like and don't like about it. I think it is like the one that looks a little bit more smoothing compared to the older formulas, but here's what I'm also seeing is that it's really, really delicate, so that it's, I don't know, it's the production of this highlighter, but it falls apart really, really easily. So it's very crumbly. So I can see this being like, if you drop this once, it's gonna be a goner. So I'm used this like probably 3 times and it's starting to look beat up already. So just fair warning about that. I do think it's really pretty highlight. I generally still prefer liquid highlighters, so I recently got the Dior Peach one, which is this, and I actually like that one better just because I think with someone who has textured skin like I do, like it's gonna look better using liquid. That's just my preference, but it is a really pretty highlight. Here we go. See, it's definitely beamy. Okay, let me know what you think of it. I'm still on the fence about it. I just don't like how sensitive it is, and it seems to be like crumbling really, really fast. So if I were to compare this versus this, I actually prefer the Dior one better just because it's not as messy. Every time I've opened up this Fenty one, it's like crumbling everywhere. So let me do a quick swatch for you here. That is the Fenty Yum Rum. And why don't I do a little swatch for you here. And this is the Dior Peachy one. It's probably the closest one match to this, and it's liquid. And it's not as beaming, but it's the effect is very similar. This is more peachy gold. This is more like, has more of a pink underlay in it. So it's, yeah, it's different colors, but I think I like this product better just because it's has a little bit more versatility. And in person, it does show texture. That's the thing. Like, you're not seeing, I don't know if you can see, yeah, there. I'll get in really close and personal, more than you need me to. It's showing texture, and I don't know if I'm really keen on that. Okay, so the last thing I want to do, I think this look doesn't really match. Like, this is very warm, even though this is an orange poppy color, because of my underlay. I have such like dark berry lips that anything I put on it looks like I'm wearing berry lipstick, and this is cool tone. So it's like this entire look is throwing me off. So did not plan that, so apologies in advance. The last thing I want to do is talk about this Maison Francis Kurdjian Oud Satin Mood Perfume, and this is one of their sprays, and packaging is gorgeous. That's like the logo for Francis Kurdjian. Has this beautiful packaging, and I'm in love with Oud. This is made in France. I have been trying to like smell all the Oud on the market. I smelled the Tom Ford Oud. Guerlain has a couple Oud. There's Oud Yuzu, and there's Oud Nude, and then now there's like Oud from here, and I think there's another couple Ouds like Kayali, which I haven't just tried yet, but this is strong. I have to say, like, there is some really strong notes. Oud is generally like a very woody, resiny kind of smell, and it's known to be like, people will say that it runs masculine, but I think it runs kind of like gender neutral. Like, it has feminine and, in a way, a feminine and masculine sense. So I'm gonna try to compare it with Oud Nude now. Oud Nude has more like strong cherry and vanilla top notes, and the base I know is vanilla, and that's kind of proprietary to Guerlain. That's why people love Guerlain perfumes, is that a lot or if not most of their perfumes have that vanilla base. So there's a sweetness to this along with the Oud, and it wears down really lovely. This has it smells very Francis Kurdjian. It's like sultry, sexy, sometimes a little bit too strong, not as sweet as the Oud Nude. It does remind me of like a little bit of the cloyingly sweetness of the 540 Extrait, but with Oud. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray that on me. Ooh, it's definitely a very sexy and sultry perfume. It's very strong. Here's the other thing about Francis Kurdjian, is that some people don't like their perfumes or his perfumes because they're so strong, but I mean, for perfume, I hear like the biggest complaint is that people put it on and it goes away after an hour or two. I've noticed, at least with Guerlain and then also Francis Kurdjian, that it lasts a long time and the notes will change through time with your body chemistry. This is a little bit more, smells like very much more Oud and more pungent than Oud Nude. I like Oud Nude because it has some vanilla and cherry notes. It smells a little bit sweeter, but a little more mellow, where almost like with the Francis Kurdjian, I don't know how to describe it, it smells a little bit more aggressive. Definitely like you're gonna smell it. So both smell beautiful. If I were to ask, like you were asking me which one I like better, I definitely still like the Oud Nude better. I just wanted to try this because I also think this is a lovely perfume. But yeah, that's it. So that's it for my makeup look. Let me know what you think of this makeup look. I'm gonna put my hair down. And thanks for hanging out with me, beauty fam. This is the final look, but actually I'm just so like the non-balance of the cool tone and the warm tone is throwing me off so much that I'm actually probably going to change my blush color before I leave. But let me know what you think of the look. I'm not sold completely on the Le Beige blushes, especially for the price. I find them a little bit fussy, at least for me, what I need. I don't like 3-in-1s. I think the Chanel powder is nice, but I think with my oils, what I'm going to watch my oily face is oxidation. I do think it like got a little bit darker because of my oils on my face. So that's something I watch for. It's okay. I would say right now I still think like the Charlotte Tilbury powder, I like that one better just because it's a little bit more like blurring, whereas this is more like a traditional like powder that's in a compact. I don't think there's anything special with it, is what I'm saying. It doesn't seem like anything special, whereas when you try the Charlotte Tilbury one, you're like, wow, it's really blurring. The eyeshadow that I got, let me put that up. The eyeshadow, I think it's pretty. I think I had higher expectations for it. I think it's a pretty basic palette. I don't think there's anything special to it. As I was swatching it, I was excited, and then I got less excited because then I realized they were kind of boring colors. This is a very neutral, safe palette. The first two colors are really the fun ones up here. This peach is everything. And what I remember now about why I didn't get any more Givenchy eyeshadows is that there's 9 pans, and I feel like there's too many pans. Like, I would have been fine if they had did 6 of 6 colors and had bigger pans of the shimmer shades. Whereas like the matte shades, like these are too similar in tone for me. They start to get muddy. So having 9 feels like a waste to me, like 9 that I don't, like an extra 3 in this palette story that I don't need. Let me go into this one. I just feel like, I mean, now I remember why I didn't get any more of these 9 pans, because I just feel like they're a little bit extraneous, but it's pretty. I don't know if I would get it again, quite honestly. I think it's pretty, but I don't think it's anything special. If you don't have a lot of makeup, this is going to be, and you want a Givenchy palette, I think this is a really great basic. But if you already like a person who has a lot of makeup, you likely have this color story already. The BEIGES oil, I think it's pretty. I think I was hoping it would be more pigmented than it is, and I'm glad I got this because I was like, ooh, I don't know if it's going to be too pigmented. But I just remember, like, I have to try on really pigmented lip oils because my underpigment is so strong. Let me try one more pass through on this. I don't feel any tingling, which is good because I don't like, there's like when there's tingling in there. Dior does that with their lip oils, which I don't enjoy. So that's really pretty. That's really pretty. I don't know if it's like anything special, but I'll continue to wear it. Maybe I'll change my mind. And the perfume is definitely my favorite thing out of this entire Get Ready With Me. I think it's really beautiful. The thing about Francis Kurdjian perfume is that it's very aggressive and very strong. So you just have to know that going in terms of like a product with their perfume. Okay, let me know what you think of this look, beauty fam. Trying on some Get Ready With Me, some new to me makeup. And then as always, please be very kind with yourself and others, and just be you. Remember to subscribe down below, comment and like, helps me out on my channel. And then I'll talk to you in the next video. Take good care. Bye.